Hello everybody, and welcome back to Kerbal Space Program. As you may have noticed yesterday, Stone Hearth did not go up, even though there was one the day before, and that is because it broke again. And so, I think I'm going to remove it until I can get several days worth of good recording, and not just one. And so, today we will be in Kerbal, and I did do enough missions to unlock this, which will give us bigger spaceplane parts, and we are going to make a bigger commuter plane. For the primary reason, well, those missions are getting terribly boring for me to do, not to mention the more science we get, the farther we will be able to go. I will be getting the bigger lifters next. There's no question about that. But for now, we want to make a bigger, or the bigger commuter. So we want to, so this would double our capacity per trip. That right there. And I have caps lock on for some reason. Let's turn that off. Nope. Nope. Come on. Come on. Oh, let's turn that off. There we go. Now, I really, really wish there was a tail section to the Mark II. Like, I really wish there was. I'm actually probably going to look into seeing if I can get a mod that will give it a tail section, because just having it end in a tail section right there would be awesome. But it doesn't, so we have to add a tail section, which just makes it needlessly larger than it has to be. Anywho, enough of my ranting. Let's start building. Oh wow, these are really big wing parts. Yeah, we'll build it from there. Actually, we'll connect it to, because I do like the idea that it's all connected. Fine, we'll place you there, and then we'll just move you. And I forgot to turn the mirroring on, so we'll have to fix that in a little. No, I guess that's the best it's gonna go on that. Actually, I think this is like a very small wing section for a plane this large, because I don't believe that's any bigger than our other plane, which is actually a bad thing. Let's actually turn that mirroring on and put this back on like that. Now that puts our lift is still a little behind, and that's fine because we do want to place our tail fins up here. Which makes it still a little behind. Oh, and the tail fins on this section right here. Yeah, just like that. Actually, not just like that, because we do want to move these down one, maybe two, and rotated. Oh, not that much, just one. Up. Just so that we can get those nice maneuvers in. And actually, that put our lift a lot closer to the, or a little closer to the mass. Can we actually just nudge this forward just a bit? Yeah, right there. That, I'm not sure if that's going to be enough lift to allow this thing to fly very nicely. Oh, another thing, these come with fuel. We don't want any of that. No, stop it. Which is going to move our center of gravity forward horrendously, now that I look at it. Well, that's definitely a problem. So rather, we will use, it's not going to be quite a delta wing. We will use the type B's to make it wider. Put that up a little bit because we do want to line the back end up first. That was not lined up very well. Right there. And then we will put this one against it like that. And then we can actually throw another type B on way out here. Way out west. Oh, but that's right. That makes the lift further back because now we have more lift panels back there. Well, that does not work because we want the... Yeah, that definitely does not work. I want this bicoupler again because it will reconnect both of those and I won't have to use struts. So that's why I want that. So we can't do anything about that. If I move this forward, how far forward would it have to go? All the way up there. That looks a little ridiculous. Man, this cockpit just weighs so much. Can we... That doesn't push that back very far. Actually, it might be an okay thing that the weight is back, or that the lift is back here. I'll do some testing flights too, or I could do some testing flights. Yeah, I could do some, or we could do some testing flights today because we're going to use the same lift method or the same lift sections. So just get those on and then we'll move it into position. Just right there, and then we will angle it this way, so that they are flat in the vertical. Now here's the real problem, is that wheels, we don't want that back end just blowing up, so we want these wheels as far back as possible, but still on this. So, and those can be rotated one in. Oh, why did they need to be rotated like 3? That's weird. And both wheels cannot be seen under the plane, so that is actually not low enough. So it will not go right there. Okay then, let's grab you. Place you right here maybe then. Just right there. Now both wheels can be seen. This tail section is still in danger of being exploded though when I do land. And then we need a center one, of which we will put up here. Now it is very important to know that we do not want braking on that one, and we do not want steering on those ones. Is there anything else we need? Yes. just in case things go as bad as they possibly could, we want some parachutes. Because parachutes solve everything. Now this is a heavier craft, so we're going to want 4. What we're going to do is we're going to try to line it up on these, on the edges of the weight right there, to try to keep it balanced so that when it comes down, it does not go one way or the other. Okay, so I think that is our plane. So this is the Beluga 4, I believe. Even though it does fly better than a Beluga now. Save that. We will throw the... Oh, that's right. We need this piece on this piece right here. Let's get rid of the multiplying. Right there. Okay. That way... Ooh, that's a really steep angle for that to be at. Can we actually just like throw it under here and rotate it? Wrong rotation. Because we don't want the wheels to be that separated. That looks good. Okay, so we take this section and we will new assembly. This will be the Beluga 4. Save. Reattach that for a second. Save it. And leave. Now we need to use the sub-assemblies again to get this lift method, because until we get the bigger rockets, we will need to continue to use this level of rocketry. But I do like these stages. So this will be lift 1. Save that. Then we will say new. We will not save. We will close that for a second as we get our cockpit, and we will rotate our cockpit into the correct direction. We will actually lift our cockpit. And then we will go back into the sub-assemblies, get the Beluga 4, rotate that in the correct direction, and attach it. Oh, these need to start retracted, because there's no reason for them to be out. And then we want the lift 1. Now, I don't know if this will... Okay, so it will do 4. Oh, but because that is unique. Okay, so we will connect this as high as we can on this end. Just like that. And then we'll take another lift 1 section and separating them equally. Is that level with each other? That looks like it's level with each other. And the struts connect on this side, but not that side. That's awkward. Okay, because we do need these to connect. Why does it go in that direction when I... Okay, which direction makes it go towards each other? None of them. Okay. Well, then those are going to have to be applied individually. So, if I could grab it, throw it away. Grab these ones, throw them away. And the top did the same, so we need to grab those ones and throw them away. And that's fine. And this thing is significantly heavier. That's why we are using 4 rather than 2. In fact, I might be planning on using 6 to try to get it to min-miss. Oops, that's right. We need to turn that off. So we will have you connected at the top and right there. So at the top, going to right there. That looks about even. And then the top, but on the side, rather, and right there. And the top, I'm going to the side right there. So we have the top connected all up now. All connected up. The side to right there. We can go up a little further. The side to the top right there. And this will probably throw it off a little in terms of the balance, but hopefully not enough that it will cause problems. So, the side right there. Side and right there. All right, we have it all hooked up. Do we have everything correctly staged? You know, that is such a pain to look at that I'm gonna say it is, and we're gonna just try to fly it. Best way to do it, just don't give a damn. This will be the Munara Cider 3. This is number 3, or no. Yes, because the Beluga 2 was Lunar Cider 1. So, yes. So, save, save. And let's test this out. Now, all of the lift is far enough back, so I'm not going to worry about that at all. So, on, full power, and lift. Oh, that is such a slow lift, though. And we want to actually be going this way, if you would please. We might need a reaction wheel or two as well, which we could actually put back here on these two, if we had any. I don't think we actually have any, to tell the truth. Here we go. And then we can follow prograde. This thing is a beast of a plane, though. It's huge. And it is actually not dropping very fast with the gravity turn. Although I think these engines are working a lot better than they were, maybe? Maybe not. We're not getting that fast. Yeah, we're not getting that fast. In fact, the 4 boosters might have been required based on the speed we're going. If it gets up to about 800, then it's about the same as the Cider 2. And then we do that. So let's get the moon sighted. Drop down to orbit because we're not actually going that high. And we need to kind of force this thing over because our ascending descending is absolutely horrid. So see, the problem is here is that the is that the amount of fuel that the Cider 2 had was pretty spot on. There wasn't much fuel at the end of the day, you could say, that it had to do retro burns and stuff like that. And I'm thinking that this one is not going to have any. That each burn is going to have to be pretty precise to get it up into space. So, and it feels like it is really kind of just off in terms of the weight. We do have 4 thrusters though, so we might actually get up to speed a little faster even with our extra weight. We actually want that up. Oops, I did not clean up everything. I missed 2. We could start working on a kind of not SSTO, like a TT or TSTO, 2-stage, 2-orbit kind of thing. So, but we are actually getting up to speed quickly, but we are going through fuel like crazy. Ooh, we do need to point the nose up. We need to stall that out. This thing is a little off balance, that's for sure. Right about there. Now reduce the maneuver or that node a little. So is it coming back to us? It is. T minus nothing. So 1. I do feel like it has more thrust in this stage though. That it just goes a little faster in this stage. The other stages it's a little heavier and not as effective, but in this stage it's okay. Did we throw it off a little bit too far? No, it's catching up. Yeah, there it goes. T minus, and then we want to level it out very quickly because we are about to get orbit. And we will find out very shortly here if it does run out of fuel. Because, well, basically the thrust, or the, all we have to do is do the, burn towards the moon, and if we do not make it to the moon, then we do not have enough thrust. And actually, that is pretty spot on. Maybe a little back? No, yeah, right about there is good. Okay, so let's get our maneuver node all set up, warp around, and see if this does have enough fuel. Or if it has, oh, excuse me, hiccups. Or if it has excess fuel. The burn time is about the same though, which makes me think that the 4 boosters are almost like a 1-to-1 to it being able to do that. So we're gonna warp around real quick, and then we will do our burn towards the moon, which should only take a moment or two. And we will see if this is actually enough fuel. And based on quantity, I would say we have about the same fuel actually, because normally with the other one we'd have about 300. and we have 600. So that's about double in liquid fuel, which would mean that, and we have 2 times the boosters, so that would mean that we have about the same. Oh gosh, the reaction wheels. We certainly need reaction wheels. This thing is so much harder to move this thing than any others. Okay, we need to start burning at 39. So we need to stop doing that. So we do need this thing on point by then, and that time is actually coming very close. And now. So we kind of have this on the maneuver node. Oh gosh, and I clicked. I forget, because it's off balance a little, it's going to go up a little. So I was thinking putting radiator panels on the top to equal out the balance. And not the shielding ones that I was using, but just like the fin ones, so that it cools off the passenger cabins, because the cockpit now is strong enough that I'm not going to worry about that. The passenger ones are going to blow up before the cockpit one. So I was thinking maybe adding the radiator fins on to those, just to put some weight up there, because that would help them stay cool during re-entry, but at the same time putting weight higher up, so we're not using as much electrical charge as we burn. And it looks like we have about the same amount of fuel that we actually do. Come on. And there. Oh, that was really high. Anywho. Yeah, so it looks like it works. We want to warp over here, because I do want to try to re-enter this, but I'm going to leave it there, because you guys don't need to see how it flies. It's probably going to fly just fine. And if something does happen, I'll put it after the outro. So, is that fair though? I shouldn't put, no, I'll put it after this. So, well, maybe. No, because it leads into the outro. Anyways, if you guys liked, please do leave a like. If you are enjoying if you did enjoy this episode, please subscribe to be able to catch the next episode as it comes out. And I will see you guys in the next one. Thank you for watching. Have a good one. Goodbye. you for watching all the way to the end of the outro. If you would like to see every rocket launch like this, be sure to leave a link in the comment section below. Thanks again for watching. Bye.